Let me get my mat. Let's start the music. Mat, light set of weights, shoes are optional. Right about there. All right. Simba. All right, let's start at the end of our mat. Hi. With our feet just hip distance apart. Let's take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Again, take it up. Let it out. One more time. Take it all the way up. And as you bring the arms out to the side, we're going to rotate that upper body one direction. Inhale, back to center. And rotate the other way. Inhale up. Exhale. And up. We're going to do that one more time on each side. Inhale. Last time here. All right, come on back to center. Now we're just going to bring the arms straight out from the shoulders. We're going to inhale, open, and then exhale, tuck the chin, round the back. Inhale. Exhale. And open. And out. And open. One more time. Open it up. And exhale. All right, inhale, arms back up. As we exhale, we're going to side bend. Inhale, back to center, side bend. And up. Inhale. And bend. Again. Last one here. Come on back to center, let those arms hang out to the sides, and we're going to swing them from side to side. Lift the heel as you rotate. Just let those arms hang. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, ooh, I'm already getting warm. All right, inhale, arms up. We're gonna forward fold over. Take your time, hinging at those hips, soft bend to the knees. Once you're in that forward fold, you can move, pedal out the feet, you can shake out the head, whatever you want to do here on this first one. Just settling in. All right, tuck that chin, round the back, roll up slow. All right, inhale, arms up. Forward fold. Soft bend to the knees. On your next inhale, you're going to slide those hands along the shins, lengthen through your back and your neck. Hold here. Lean a little bit into the balls of the feet if that feels okay. Push that tailbone to the back of the room. And exhale. Roll on up. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Lean a little bit to the balls of the feet. Now on this one, if it feels okay, we're going to just take the arms straight down from the shoulders. But if you need to, you can keep them on those shins. And forward fold, roll on up. Inhale up. Forward fold. Inhale, take it up. Lean forward, arms straight down to the floor, or this time bring those biceps up by the ears. One more deep breath, and roll all the way up. All right, at the top, roll the shoulders back a few times. Now start to make it a little bit bigger. And start to extend those arms. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, arms up. Forward fold. Bend those knees. We're going to walk out into a tabletop position. Wrists underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. We're going to take our left leg, we're going to take it up to a donkey kick, to a hydrant, and then pull it in. So just making those big hip rotations on that left leg. One more time in that direction, and then just switch it. Hydrant, donkey kick, pull it back in. Try to keep those hips center. One more time. All right, set up on the other side. Here we go. Donkey kick, hydrant, pull it in. Keeping our neck neutral, push those hands through the floor, stay center. One more time in that direction. And reverse it. Hydrant, donkey kick, pull it in. 2 more times. Last one here. All right, give the wrist a little shake out if you need to. Take that left leg, kick it straight back. We're just going to lift and lower the leg 10 times. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch to the other side. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, set back up into tabletop. Left arm, we're going into our reverse fly. Point the thumb up towards the ceiling. Swing the arm up. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then just switch to the other side. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, walk those hands back towards your knees, curl your toes under, come into that forward fold, and roll up nice and slow. All right, once you're at the top, we're going to grab our weights. Make sure you have room that you can step back into a kind of a lunge. A lunge, if you can get to the lunge. Otherwise, we're going to just tap it back. I need to move my rug here real quick. All right, let me push this back real quick. Oh my gosh. All right, to begin though, we're just gonna come back here, feet underneath our hips, and we're gonna alternate reverse arm circles. We're gonna take our time here. Keep the hips, the shoulders forward. As you reach up to the ceiling, try to really reach up as high as you can with intention through the move. One more time on each side. Make sure you have a soft bend to those knees. And last one on this side. All right, palms face forward. You're just going to take it all the way up and down. Around the world. We're going to do a couple more like that. We'll add to it. All right, arms all the way up. You can turn the palms toward each other, lower it all the way down forward. All the way around to the sides, palms to face each other, lower it down. Keep those shoulder blades pulled back and down. Belly button towards that spine. All right, we're just going to go the opposite way. So forward raise all the way above the head. Palms face me. Take it down. Two more like that. Last one here. All right, now we're gonna we're gonna hold the weights nice and close. We're gonna step back with the left foot. So we're just gonna go into a lunge and then let's tap it in. Lunge, tap it in. Checking in with our form, back knees and toes are forward. Now, as we step back, we're just gonna come into a forward raise and back to center. One more like that. Now if you can, you're going to take it all the way overhead when you go into that lunge. All the way overhead and back in. Take a nice pause. Sink down as low as you can. One more like that. Now on this one, I'm just going to turn to the side so you can kind of see what I'm doing a little more here. So you're going to go down into the lunge as deep as you can and arch the back just slightly. Hold, and then come all the way back up. Step back, lunge, reach up, breathe, come all the way back up. Two more times. And up. One more time. And all the way up. All right, taking it back to the top. You can roll out that other ankle if you need to. Weights stay close. Right leg going back into that lunge. Press through that front heel. Ooh, find your balance. All right, we're gonna add in that front raise. Just halfway up. Two more like that. All right, now we're going to take it all the way overhead. We're not adding in that back extension quite yet. All right, one more like that. Now we're going to step back into that lunge. Pause, get as low as we can. Arch. And bring it all the way up. Step back, hold. Reach up. If you can, press that back heel towards the floor. But if you need to keep that knee bent, then keep it bent. Feel a stretch maybe in that hip flexor. All the way back up. One more time. All right. Woo, come on back up, shake it out a little bit. We're gonna do a little shoulder burnout here real quick again. We're gonna go into our walnut crusher. So feet underneath those hips, soft bend to the knees. Arms to the side, we're gonna pull the elbows behind, kick it back out. Shoulders relaxed. We have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Keep the arms out. Turn the palms back up, and we're going to make like a W. We're going to kick it up to a Y. W to our Y. Inhale. Exhale as you punch it up. Four more like that. 3, 2, ooh, and 1. Take it back to the W. Hold. Small circles forward. Right in that shoulder joint there. Just working those shoulders 2 more in that direction and reverse it. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ow! Break. Stretch those shoulders out if you need to. A little water if you need it. All right, grab those weights. We're going to go into a little reach and pull here. Let's start with our left arm. And bring our feet just about as wide as our shoulders. We're going to come down just into a mini squat. So we're going to squat, and then we're going to reach, and then as we pull, we're just going to come into our mini squat here today. Now you don't have to add in that squat. You can just reach and pull. But I want you to think about your upper body in between that narrow wall. All right, let's go for 8 more. 7, 6, 5 more. 4 and 3, 2, and 1. We're just automatically going to switch. Here we go. Squat and reach. Ooh, yeah. Squeeze those glutes as you come up from that squat. Nice and controlled today. Getting that slow burn on. We have 8 more. And 7, 6, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, yes. All right. Bring your arms forward. You can bring those feet in just a little bit. And we're going to open up to each side. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hold. Keep your hips forward. And switch. And switch. And switch. All right, we got 4 more. I don't know if I told you to switch on that. Hopefully you did. 3, 2, and 1. Now, we're going to come back to center. Relax the arms for just a second. You can stay standing, or what we're going to do is come down into more of a sumo squat position, and we're going to rotate the hands up with the weights. So pay attention to your back. Maybe you just need to drop the weights and then you can still do the move. But nice and controlled, no hurry here. All right, right arm up, left arm reaches to the floor. Hold. Pull it in, switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. All right, we're going to do that one more time on each side. Switch. and switch. Alright, come to center, bring the hands right above the knees, heel toe the feet in so they're just underneath those shoulders. We're going to roll up, lead with the back. We're going to side bend to the left, reach over, hold. Pull the shoulder blade back and down, soft bend to the knees. Come all the way back up. We're going to roll down, lead with the chest. Roll all the way up. Side bend to the right. Soft bend to the knees. Pull the shoulder blades back and down. All the way up. Roll all the way down. And up. Side bend. Ooh, I have a feeling maybe our obliques are going to be a little sore tomorrow for Wednesday. Come on up. Roll on down. And up. Side bend. All right, all the way back up to center. Now, feet underneath those hips. Bring it on in, soft bend to those knees. We're going to hinge over, and we're just going to come into some easy reverse flies here. Soft bend to the elbows. Now, we have really light weights, so we want to create that intention. We want to control it on the way up and on the way down. No swing in those arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades at the top. Four more. 3, 2. Now we're going to take it into a Y raise. So you're just going to bring the thumbs up, letter Y, still hinged over. Exhale as you bring those arms up. A little bit more of a challenging move, so if you need to, you can always alternate the arms on this one. Belly button towards the spine. Let's do 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. All right, stand all the way up. Ooh, roll the shoulders back one time, right into lateral raise. Eight more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep those arms up. We're going to turn the palms up. Curl it in. Extend it out. Relax the shoulders. All right, we're going to work on a little bit of balance on this. We're going to continue with those curls. We're going to lift. One knee up for 4, 3, 2, and switch to the other side. For 4, 3, 2. We're going to switch back to the other side, but if you can, kick the legs straight out. 4, 3, relax the shoulders. 2, and switch to the other side. 4, ooh, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, stretch those shoulders out real quick. Grab some water. And switch. Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to come on down to the floor. Bring your weights with you. And bring everything back in. Okie dokie, come on down. Now we're going to take one weight We're going to do those hip openers again, but this time we're going to put some weight in there. So take that weight behind the left leg, squeeze it. All right, now of course you can do these without the weight. Wrists underneath the shoulders, starting with the donkey kick. So kick it up, check in with the lower back, press the belly button towards the spine, tuck the tailbone under. Hydrant, and pull it in. Kick it up, to the side, pull it in. Up, to the side, pull it in. One more, just like that. Now, donkey kick pulses only. Up, up, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Full range of motion. Pull the knee in, kick it up. Pull the knee in, kick it up. We have 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go right into the hydrant only. Kick the leg straight out to the side as high as you can get it. Press those arms through the floor. Ooh, come on. We have 6 more. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Now right into the hip opener. Take it to the hydrant. Donkey kick and pull it in. Hydrant, donkey, pull it in. 2 more times. Last one here. And pull it in. You can remove that weight, sit back into child pose, lean off to each side, feel that different stretch. Shake out those wrists. All right, we're going to switch sides. All right, set up. Place that weight behind the right leg. Take a nice deep breath. All right, into that donkey kick, hydrant, and pull it in. Donkey, side, and in. 2 more like that, keeping our neck neutral, trying to stay as center as we can. All right, take that donkey kick up, pulse it, up, up, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Full range of motion, pull the knee in, kick it all the way up, in, up. Check in with that lower back. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right into those hydrants. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Into the hip rotation. Hydrant, donkey kick, pull it in. Hydrant, donkey kick, pull it in. 2 more times. Here we go. Last one here. Ooh, nicely done. All right, put the weight to the side. Sit on back. Lean off to each side. Stretch it out. All right, let's flip on over to our back. We're going to stretch our glutes out just a little bit more here before we continue. So place both feet onto the floor. And we're going to cross one leg over and press that knee to the side. Either staying there, or of course you can reach through. I'm going to stay. Press your lower back into the floor though. All right, switch to the other side. And push that knee away from the body. Press your lower back down on the floor.
tore me down and now it's showing. In 2 months you replaced us like it was easy. Made me think I deserved it. In the thick of healing, yeah. We'd always go into it blindly. I needed to lose you.
All right. Placing both feet back onto the floor. We're going to start off. Make sure you have your weights nearby. And actually have one weight on each side. That way we're set up and ready to go. But to start, we're just going to go into our hip bridge. So, feet hip distance apart. To begin, hands down by the hips. Press your hips up, tuck your tailbone under, and squeeze your glutes. Going to hold that position the whole time through. Here we go. Lower and lift. As we go along, you should feel it more into the glutes. You still feel a little bit in the hamstrings, but you may need to adjust those feet so that you feel it in the glutes even more. Let's go 10 more. 9, 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there and just hold. Squeeze. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, and lower the hips down. Pull the knees into the chest. All right, now we're going to grab onto our weights. If you need to keep your hands on the floor in the hip bridge, then forget about the weights. But if you can, I want you just to take the arms straight up towards the ceiling with your weights, and then we're going to go back into our hip bridge. All right, here we go. So just holding the weights static for right now. But if you find that your hips are wobbling all over the place, then put those hands back down onto the floor. 8 more. 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it up there. Hold, squeeze. Now we're going to alternate reach back. So soft bend to the elbow, and we're going to tap the weight overhead and then pull it back to center. Other side. As far back as you can. Keep those hips up. Now, if you wanted to, you could place the hips on the floor and then join us in for these reach overs. Keep squeezing, keep lifting. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, lower the weights, lower the hips, and pull those knees in towards the chest. Now we're going to combo those two moves together. So everybody should be able to do this one. So option number 1, arms stay up the whole time. As the hips come up, you're going to drive both arms to the floor and then hips go back up to the ceiling. Or you're going to do your hip bridge, keep your elbows or your hands on the floor, place it down, and then do your reach over as the hips are on the floor. Okie dokie, you pick what works for you. Tuck your tailbone under, set your hands up, and here we go. Hips up, and back down. Take it up, and back. Connect your breath with the move. Drive your shoulder blades down towards the floor. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Alright, go ahead, place those weights back down to the floor. Extend your right leg all the way to the floor and bring your left knee towards your armpit. Flex your right foot and drive that leg down.
When the silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying.
And switch to the other side.
Take the world to its feet.
Flex that left foot and drive the leg down into the mat.
Mountains, bring it to its feet. Mountains, and I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up.
Alrighty. What time is it? Oh, we got plenty of time. Okay. Have your weights nearby. We're going to come in and just start with the basic crunch. Feet back onto the floor. Drive your lower back down, belly button towards your spine. Place those hands where it feels good to you. And let's begin. 8 more. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Alright, now you're going to extend your left leg to the floor only. Right leg stays bent. Same thing, crunch. Here we go. Crunch. Exhale as you come up. 6 more. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Mini break. We're just going to switch to the other side. Extend that right leg. Here we go. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Relax your neck. 2. And 1. Mini break. Alright, if you can, both legs are going to extend. We're still just going to crunch. You can also place both feet back onto the floor if that's better for you. And here we go. Straight leg crunch. Exhale as you come up. 8 more. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Relax for a mini break. Now you can keep on going with the straight leg crunch, or we're going to do a full sit-up. So as you rise up like a letter C, tuck the chin slightly towards the chest, and then you're going to reach tall towards the ceiling and roll down. Alright, here we go. No momentum here. All the way up. Reach. And down. Nice and slow. Keep your feet connected to the ground. Don't let them come up. And down. Take it up. And down. Here we go. Let's go for 6 more. Yes! Get up there. And 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1 more. And all the way down. Reach the arms overhead and reach those feet towards the opposite wall. Or to the same wall, I guess, not opposite. Okay, we're going to flip on over. Have your weights nearby again, up towards where your hands will be. If you need a quick drink of water, grab it now. I need one. We're going to stretch our abs a little bit more, and then we're going to Throw in a couple more strength stretch moves. Alright, so when you come back, or if you're there already, elbows underneath those shoulders, and press those hips down, arch the back. Lengthen through your neck.
I won't just survive. Oh, you
Alrighty. We are going to come up into a runner's lunge. So let's bring our left foot forward. Knee in line with that ankle. Now, if you have to keep that back leg 90 degrees, then that's where you're going to keep it today. But if you can, kick it back as far as you can, and you can either curl the toes back. For now, yeah, you know what? Keep your toes curled under, because you probably know what's going to come up here. To begin, we are going to rotate towards the knee. Reach up, pull it in, and reach. Pull it in. 4 more. And in. 3. And in. 2. And 1. Now just place that hand back onto the floor. No rotation on this. We're just going to curl the back toes under and we're going to lift into a lunge. Tap the knee back down. Lift. And back down. So if you're more in that 90-90 position, just try to see if you can hover the knee. Just see if you can lift the knee a little bit off of the floor. 4 more. And 3. 2. And 1. Alright, drop the knee down. Shake out those wrists if you need to. Now we're going to combo those 2 moves together. You can alternate between them. You can twist and then lift the knee, but if you can, we're going to alternate, or we're going to do them together. Alright, here we go. Reach and lunge. Pull it in. Reach and lunge. And in. 4 more. 3. 2. We're going to hold this last one. Do the best you can. Hold. Press that back heel to the floor. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Rotate out that right wrist if you need to. Now on this one, exactly the same thing, but we're going to add in that weight if you can. So grab a hold of that weight. And we're going to go for 8 of them. All right. Here we go. 8. And in. 7. 6. 5. Oh my gosh. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Alright, drop that weight, come to tabletop position. Yowzer, take that left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through. Resting that shoulder and the side of the head on the mat. Slightly tuck your chin to chest. And maybe try taking that arm, the right arm forward today, giving that wrist a little bit of a break. Some nice deep breaths into that upper back. One more deep breath. And back to tabletop. Oh yeah, yeah. All right, right foot forward. Knee in line with that ankle. All right, just starting with that rotation. Reach up towards the knee and back in. And up. And in. Inhale. Exhale, take it up. Here we go. 4 more. And 3. 2. And 1. All right. Bring the hand back to the floor. Curl your back toes under. Lifting and lowering that knee only. Here we go. Lift. Tap it back down. Up. And down. 6 more. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. All right, drop that knee down, shake out the wrists. Now we're going to combo those 2 moves together. All right. Here we go. Take it up and reach. Pull it in. And up. And pull it in. 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. All right, mini break. Get ready to add in that weight. Going for 8 of them. All right, line everything up. Here we go. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And last one. Why did that feel like we did 100 of them on that side? Ooh, gosh, put that weight down. Come to tabletop. Right arm, inhale it up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through. Slightly tuck your chin to chest. Take that left arm forward towards the front of your mat. Give that wrist a break. Alright, I really would like to just stay here for the rest of the day because it feels so good, but we can't. So, come back to tabletop and just lay on one side. We're going to come into a quad stretch, so it doesn't matter which side you start on. Just take that bottom arm, extend it all the way. Bend the bottom knee, grab a hold of that top ankle, and line your knee and hip up. Yeah. And then we're going to pull that knee in towards the chest. And you're going to rotate that ankle one direction and other way. Alright, go ahead and just switch to the other side. Ooh, my gosh, I got a tight hip flexor on this side today. Holy smokes. Yowza. Alright, take that knee towards the chest, rotate out that ankle. Other way. Alright, press yourself up into a sitting position. And crisscross those legs. We're going to rotate out the wrist. So just bring the palms together and then you just rotate everything around one direction. And other way. Alright, one more time. We're going to drop that left shoulder, cross it over the body. Let's look over that shoulder as far as you can. And switch. Alright, come back to center. Just relax the hands on top of the knees. Full neck rotation. Relax the shoulders. And reverse it. And bring it all back to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. One more time. Take it up. And exhale. Good job, everybody.